What's going on, everybody? David here from Blückers Videos and Toys, and today I have a Game Exchange haul for y'all, and they're all comic books and one action figure. And normally I would do like 3-minute shorts for these, but because there's so much of it, I figured I'd just make its own video. And for the video for the monthly pools for December, that will be its own video too. So you'll get two different comic book videos, one for the monthly pools of December and then one for the vintage stuff from Game Exchange. So that way it can have its own separate videos, and that way you can watch both of them. And yeah, this stack is too much for a 3-minute short. So it had to have its own video. So anyways, so let's go ahead and get started. So I think all of these are Image and one DC comic, I believe, and then one other random weird comic book company that I don't think I've ever heard of before. So we'll get to that here in a little bit. All right. So this first issue is DC Comics. I wasn't originally going to get this because I didn't like the fact that these characters were bought out by DC, and I've never read any of their stuff, and I don't ever recall them releasing their stuff except for one character. But because I am a big fan of this particular character, I decided to just go ahead and get issue number 1. Now, will I continue it? I don't know. We'll see. But that character is Grifter. So this is issue number 1 of Grifter, and this is part of the new 52. I know that McFarlane Toys has released a figure of this character as well. As far as the Wildcats comic books, I don't think DC did those either. So I'm hoping and I'm wishing that Wildcats will go back to Image, but we'll see. I doubt it, though. They did buy the rights to it. It's the property, so that's why it's on DC. But yeah, so this is issue number 1 of Grifter. So like I said, I'm a huge fan of the character. So I just figured I'd just get this a chance, and then we'll go from there. So who knows? I'll probably do the complete run of it, or I'll probably just leave it as is. All right. So next up is issue number 1. Is Bad Rock and Company. So of course you know Bad Rock and you got Pitt. So this will be a first in the collection. Next up is also issue number 1 of Weapon Zero. So I do have a comic that's like a team up, I think, with Silver Surfer. And so I've been curious to know who Weapon Zero is. So why not start with number 1? So we'll dive into that and continue on with that particular property. This one is also a new one that's my first time ever hearing about this one or seeing this. And this is issue number 1 of Immortal 2. So we'll dive into this and see how that goes. And then this is like happy I found this one because the one I found originally was like super expensive, but I was able to get this for like $1. And so since I completed volume 1 of Cyberforce, there was only 4 issues, and so now I needed the Cyberforce Zero, and then I do have like 2 issues of volume 2 of Cyberforce. So now I gotta find the complete run of volume 2, and so here we are. This is, sorry about the glare, this is issue number 0 of Cyberforce Zero. So this is the next book that's in line after volume 1. And I finally was able to complete the 4-issue arc of Shadowhawk 3. So all this is like the Shadowhawk saga is like, my understanding is like the all complete run Shadowhawk 1, 2, 3. I think that's all one big arc. So, or saga. And it even tells you on the books. So that way you can get a gist of who all these people are. And then I think the new Shadowhawk is like its own thing too as well. So this is third of a series of 4. So this is issue 3 of Shadowhawk 2, which is technically number 10 of the whole entire Shadowhawk saga. And then we got the fourth issue of the series, fourth and final issue of Shadowhawk 3. So then it's like number 11 in the whole entire run. So interesting how they did that. Alright, so next up is issue number 1 of Battlestone. Of course, he's part of the Youngblood group. So, very happy to find this one. And then here we got this one weird comic book. I saw this and I had to get it. So hopefully I can find the other 2. And so this is issue number 1 of 3. And this is Chlor. Chlor. And I think this is from, let's see, what is it? Serious Comics. I believe that's what it is, Serious. And then down here it says Animal, can't even see that. Mistar. Animal Mistar. I think that's what it's called. Whatever that font is. I can barely read it. And then it's down here. I think it says, what did it say? Dark One? I think this is Dark One. But yeah, I saw this and I just kind of thumbed through it and I was like, you know what? This is an interesting book. And it's different. Never heard of it. And like I've mentioned before, on my other comic book videos, I do like to find obscure titles from different publishers, that I've never even heard of. Just makes it different and unique. So hopefully I'll be able to one day eventually find the other 2. If not, hey, it is what it is. And then up next is issue number 2 of Phantom Force. So when I first started collecting Image again, I think Phantom Force number 1 was like one of the very first books that I bought to kind of kickstart my collection again, and that was at Game Xchange. It's all these years later, here we are. Got Phantom Force number 2 at the same location where I picked up the number 1. That had to be like, gosh, I want to say almost 10 years, probably. 8 years, something like that. 8 years ago, since I picked up the issue number 1 of Phantom Force. And so the next 2 are going to be issue number 2 and 3 of Black and White. So happy to continue that run. And here's issue number 3. And next up, we got issue 1A and 1B of Bad Rock. It's a very cool cover. And then here's 1B. Very cool. And then the final two issues is issue number 1 and 2 of Operation Night Strike. So I was able to find some new books to add to the collection. So there we go. Looking forward to diving into these, see how they are. And so one of the locations I went to, because like I said, there's 2 locations here in North Texas, or in my area, I should say. There's 2 locations in my area here in North Texas that I go to, that I frequent. And one of the locations I went to, somebody pretty much sold their whole entire, what it looked like, their entire Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem collection figures. And I hadn't got a chance to look through all of them. I need to. But I just happened to look, and right there in front of me was the April O'Neil. And I've been looking for this forever. Could never find it at Target, never could find it at Walmart's in my area. So I was kind of looking to resort to either Amazon or eBay. But they wanted like $25-$30 for it from when I saw the listings that I saw that were available. And so I was able to get this for like $10, I believe. So used. So very happy to finally add April, because I know she was an exclusive to a set, Target exclusive set that came with like all 4 turtles, her, and I want to say Rocksteady or Bebop. But I didn't pick up that set, so I wanted to have her single card. So here we are. So now the next 2 I want to look for is Rocksteady and Bebop, because I don't have that, and I do want to get Leatherhead. I do have Superfly, and so I do got the Turtles, got Splinter. I do have all the tots, you know. As far as getting all the other ones, I don't know yet. But I just wanted the main characters, Bebop and Rocksteady, Superfly, even though they're all pretty much as one, you know. But these 2 I really want, and then Leatherhead. So I might go back and get Scumbag, maybe the other ones. Who knows? We'll see. But I do want Bebop and Rocksteady for sure, and Leatherhead. So, but yeah, I was super happy to finally add April to the collection. I love that movie. I mean, I think that's a very underrated movie, and it's a shame that they decided to can the TV series, because I know that they're, at the time of this recording, they're gearing up, if they haven't already, for season 2 of Mutant Mayhem, or what I forgot what it's called. It's not Mutant Mayhem, it's something else. I think it's called the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, so I love that movie. Now, I haven't seen the cartoon series yet. I do want to. So hopefully they'll release them on DVD, so I can pick it up to add it to the collection. And yeah, so that is my Game Xchange haul. So let me know in the comments below what you think of it. And don't forget, words of wisdom: buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.